Today on Mike Attempts, restoring a high lift jack. I picked up this Handyman jack for $20. From what I can tell, it was made in the early 1960s before they changed the name to high lift. The first thing I noticed is that the steel bar has gone all banana shaped. It's also gonna need a lot of cleaning. I soaked it with penetrating oil, loosened the bolts, and removed the cotter pin securing the foot. Next, I'll need to drive out the two cross pins. Be careful not to damage the springs. The second pin was much more difficult to remove. Now I should be able to slide the bar out. I should have removed the climbing pins first. The reversing switch spring is pretty stiff. It's a simple design. There's not a whole lot to it. These two parts are held together with a pin. I put the smaller pieces in the ultrasonic cleaner. The bend is more apparent now. Luckily, it's straight in this orientation. I marked the highest point and began pressing. The steel must be bent past where you want it to end up, because it'll partially spring back once the pressure is released. It's getting better. I continued pressing down the high spots. Now it just has a slight bow in the center. I removed the press plates and raised the bar with wood scraps to increase the bend area. I didn't want to overdo it, so I pressed and checked and pressed a little more. That's about as good as it's gonna get. It looks like a few of the holes experienced severe strain. I used a stone bit to lightly grind the edges. I wrapped sandpaper around a wood block and smoothed everything out. Cleaning the cast iron parts took forever. I also filed the seams. The end of this cross pin is slightly mushroomed, and the edge of this climbing pin needs some attention as well. If your pins are worn out, you can get a fix-it kit to replace them. After a bit of filing, they're both looking good. I shined up the pins on the wire wheel. And used a bore brush to clean out the holes. These are the two colors I'll need, so I matched them the best I could. I used acetone and a wire brush to give everything a final scrub. Then I brushed on some metal prep. It contains phosphoric acid, which will convert any remaining rust to iron phosphate. Wiped all of the parts off with an acetone-soaked rag, applied primer, and paint. I buffed the climbing pins with metal polish, and began reassembly. I applied light oil to all moving parts. This is the shear bolt. It's designed to break if the jack is overloaded. The kit also includes a new one. The wedge tip of the climbing pin faces up, towards the top of the jack. Insert the springs, lube them up, and drop them in. Lift the springs and insert the tip of the cross pins. You want the ends of the cross pins to have an equal overhang on the supports, so the climbing pins can't twist. I couldn't really do much for the label, but the rest of the jack looks great. Well, I guess it's time to ruin the new paint job. Latch up, jack up. Full disclosure, I've never used a jack like this, and it's a little intimidating. The tractor is in gear and the front wheels are chocked. Latch down, jack down. It feels like it's just waiting for you to make a mistake so it can ruin your day. Either way, I'm still happy to add it to my tool arsenal. Feel free to rate this video, add your comments and questions below, and subscribe for more.